This is Tammy Lynn Kent, and I wanted to talk to you today just a little bit more about what it means that we're in a feminine time. I know the feminine energy well from sitting with the pelvic bowl for the past 20 years and have some medicine that can help you deepen into your understanding of how to access the medicine and maybe smooth out some of the things that are a little bit hard. So when we talk about a feminine time on a deeper level, that is coming back to the home and to stillness and presence, and it's more being than doing. It's also the realm of the body and the realm of children and taking care of those who are vulnerable. And it's really not something that our general culture has done a very good job of. So most times we don't really come into the feminine realm unless we either have a child or we fall ill. So being in this time with COVID, that's really called us back to the home and to a deeper level of tending. That's part of understanding this as a feminine time. So it is of the home and of our bodies and also of our core relationships. So the family, our family relationships and those that are close to us. It's also sensitivity. I call it the deer medicine because it is the medicine kind of like a deer in the forest where it is exquisitely sensitive and intuitive, but gone at the first sign of danger. So it's those deeper, intuitive, sensitive parts of us that may have gotten wounded, especially when we were younger. It is also more the left side of our energy field, which is also our right brain. So it's less linear, more magic, mystical. It tends to be correlated with the magical child. So many of us spent time in that part of ourselves when we were young and may have been wounded in that. So part of coming back to this feminine time is also, it's an opportunity to tend those spaces. And so it may be partially why pain comes up. Also, this is a time of a lot of hardship and pain really happening in real time. But just coming back to stillness after being really busy, it's a part of ourselves that we can ignore until we are more still. So if things are coming up, old traumas, or even that aspect of your kind of inner magical child is coming up, this is an opportunity and a time to tend it and work with it in whatever way you feel called. There's no one way, there's so many ways. And part of it is thinking of this, we're about to come out and be more out in the world again, but because of this movement back into the outer, we still are probably going to go back and forth a little bit because this is a portal time that we haven't finished moving through this portal. So we can expect that there may be outer movements and back out into that masculine core of outer world and then back into the feminine. So it's good to kind of think of it like that so that you start to work on tending the feminine aspects and then integrating with the masculine and not seeing it as negative or positive one way or the other. When we're more home and we're called to be home, we can tend on the feminine. And when we are more in the outer, we can be in the masculine, but maybe our masculine has been changed by this time at home. Maybe because of the pause and the extended quiet, we can be really purposeful in how we move out into the world. And it very much is like a birth. If you've gone through birth and had a child, or if you haven't, there's a quiet time and a pulling back, or maybe you've gone through something in your life where you have pulled back from the things that you know. It's like a retreat time. So when you enter it again, you are different, you are changed, and that change, you can bring that out with intention into the ways that you move into the world. So I'd invite you to take these periods of the call back to the home to really go deeper with that feminine aspect and do the healing that you might not have gotten a chance to do otherwise, because your masculine will be as strong as the feminine is. Your outer world will be as vibrant as your inner, and so much has gone by the wayside in all of our busyness. So it's really an opportunity on that level. And that doesn't mean there aren't really hard things happening or we might wish this was different. It's just this is where we are. So if we can make do or have it as an opportunity, there's things that we can do with that. So it doesn't mean that it will always feel good. Sometimes it actually, you're feeling the pain that's coming up. So things to do, tend your body, tend your home, move your body, take baths, work on cleaning out your cupboards, work on the feng shui of your house, clear out things that no longer serve you. Go back into home-based arts, start You know, a lot of people are bread making and doing other things, even if it's a total disaster and the things don't turn out very good. Just try. A friend of mine started doing some natural dyeing techniques, and I joined her, and I was actually pleased that the things did turn out, because, you know, who knows? It's more about the process and just working with your hands, gardening, and, you know, working with this place that is your center, your body, your home, your family, tending that. Even if it's difficult, even if sometimes you have hard conversations or maybe you're arguing a little bit, take time to work through it, and this will make your core base stronger. It's also a time to really reclaim your own inner authority. We've been used to, I think, listening to external authorities and the outer world, and many of our systems have been running on this sort of outer masculine only, no feminine intuition, and it's time to really come back into your own authority. And that's what's true for you when you really get quiet and you sit into that and you understand that you have a wisdom and a knowledge within your own body and your own chi that is right for you, and you get in touch with that again. So part of that is repairing that place in you that might have lost touch with your own center and started listening too much to the outer world. So it's a good time to play in these home-based art things that we can bring back into our lives, to be creative in new ways. We're definitely being called to be creative, and to repair our feminine field, and know that that's part of our work, and that that's really good, important work in this time. In fact, if everyone did their piece of the tapestry of working on the feminine field in their own lives and their own bodies and their own energy field, then we would come to a world that was more whole. Because when we tend our feminine field, we take better care of ourselves, and we do take better care of the world as well, because when we feel tended, then we have something to give. So I encourage you to take the time to work on these things, and there's plenty of videos that I've put up that can talk you through the energetics of this time. We really do need to use our energy medicine for grieving, for working on our reaction and our resonance, looking at when things are hard, how to make them flow, and, you know, calling on ceremony and bigger energies to help us in this time. That's not a weakness, that's actually a strength and a gift, when you realize that you are part of the collective field and you start engaging with that directly in a conscious way, where however you want to do that, through dance, through meditation, through prayer, through energy work. And, you know, pick up the books that I've written. They will help you. Wild Feminine has energy medicine about your body and how to tap into the power of your body field. Wild Creative is a really good one right now for reimagining our world. This could be called Wild Masculine as well. It's about how do you take feminine energy and make a life, a career? How do you move in the outer world? So it's good to dream differently now that we're in this quiet space. And this Mothering from Your Center book always has medicine for the mothers who are already in that feminine field. So I wish you all such good things. I hope even in the heartbreak and the heartache of this time, when we are losing some things that we love, like yoga studios or restaurants or other things that are near and dear to us, you can tend your own field and make medicine. You know, make medicine in the place of heartache. Do the grief work, tend your field, and move through the portal time with a higher level of medicine and understanding that we are all connected, and that this is a time where we can do some deep energetic work that probably wouldn't have gotten done otherwise. And then it will help us as we move back into the outer world. Just remember that you are a sacred creation. You are loved. You are held. And all you have to do is call on that deeper energetic field to help you and support you. And that is your birthright. So I wish you well. Take good care.